Mute. I was on mute. Hang on, let me plug this back in. Here we go. Let me know if my mic is working now. I had it on mute for some reason. But let me know if you can hear it, and then we'll get this thing on. All right. All right, here we go. So let me start this all over again, all right? All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. All right, we're out here on the patio. We're drinking some beers, all right? We're having a good old time on a Friday night. And big shout out to Quick Trip sponsoring the show, all right? And if you use your Quick Rewards app, you're going to Quick Trip anyways, you can play the scratch-off game. You can win yourself a pontoon boat. And if you win the pontoon boat, I'll bring the beer. We'll go out there. I'm just trying to get on the pontoon boat. Whoever wins. But also, I will be in Milwaukee tomorrow. We're gonna the Harley Davidson. I think it's like their 125-year birthday. 120th birthday. Like Harley Davidson has been around forever. We'll get more into that. But also, I'm gonna do a Q&A, hammer the question, hammer the comments, and we'll talk. I'll talk about what you want to talk about. But also, I want to talk about Aaron Jones. Like I think it was ESPN. I have the list here. I'll go through it. And Aaron Jones is severely underrated every single year, and it's annoying, quite honestly, at this point. You know what I mean? But real quick, before we get into the Q&A, I want to talk to you about something. Has anybody had Lou's Malnati's pizza over? They will be in Milwaukee tomorrow at the Harley Davidson. All right, Lou Malnati's will be at Harley Fest this weekend, serving up pizza for all of for let me try this again. For all of those who have know and love Lou's from Chicago, you don't have to drive to Chicago anymore to get it. They have 5 locations in Wisconsin, full service locations in Brookfield, carry out in Waukesha, Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Fox Point. For those who have not tried Chicago deep dish, now is your chance. This is not your average pizza. It's got this incredible crust that's not thick, not fluffy, and it's tall and crispy around the edges with a secret ingredient, butter crust. Their cheese is from Wisconsin Dairy Farm, and their tomatoes are tangy and fresh from California. I'm going to be there tomorrow in Milwaukee at Harley Fest. I'm going to be testing it out. I will have a video up tomorrow. I'm going to do a little review on it, you know what I mean? Uh, I'm pumped to try it, you know what I mean? And just the whole scene. Who do we got? We got Foo Fighters tomorrow night. Like this Harley Fest is gonna be wild. What?
Ron has tried it.
Yeah, Ron has tried it. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Oh, okay. You know what I mean? We got Ron over here in the comments. I'm definitely gonna try it tomorrow. I've actually heard a lot of things because I was talking to some people about it. I was talking to people about it at work, and they said that this is gonna be the best pizza that I've ever had. But I live, I don't travel much, so like the pizza choices like that we have around my area, uh, not like overwhelming. But I'm excited to try some good deep dish pizza. First of all, I love me some deep dish pizza, so I'm excited to try the best of the best. But let first of all, I want to talk about Aaron Jones a little bit, and then you guys can throw your comments up there. There was a top 10 list made today. All right. I'm going to bring this list up here. And let me see if I can find it right here. All right. Uh, Top 10 best running backs in the NFL ranked by executive players, coaches, and scouts via Jay Flower ESPN or whatever. But this is not his list because I've seen people saying, well, it's just an ESPN list. And I get that because whenever there's an ESPN list, it's very laughable to me. But this is not. This is a top best running backs in the NFL ranked by executive players. You know how they do that thing, you know what I mean? But Aaron Jones wasn't on this. Let's go through this and let me know in the comments what you think about this list. And then I'll tell you where I think Aaron Jones should be. We got number 1, Nick Chubb from the Browns. Number 2, Christian McCaffrey from the Niners. All right, and these are respectable names, obviously. Number 3, Josh Jacobs, Raiders. Number 4, Saquon Barkley from the Giants. Number 5, Derrick Henry, Titans. Like, what year is this? You know what I mean? Jonathan Taylor from the Colts at 6. Alvin Kamara, 7 from the Saints. 8, Dalvin Cook, he's a free agent. Number 9, Tony Pollard, Cowboys. Number 10, Austin Eckler from the Chargers. And then honorable mention at the top of the list is Aaron Jones. Then you got Damian Pierce, Brees Hall, Travis Etienne. I know I butchered that name. I'm not good at names, people. From the Jaguars. Who knows the Jaguars? And then, I'm going to let the last two names I probably ain't going to say right, so I ain't going to say them. But where would you put Aaron Jones? You know what I mean? I would think that he's at least. I know that like the Packers don't use Aaron Jones like how they should, and they haven't like since forever. And I wouldn't say that because I think LaFleur's a little bit better. But with Rodgers, I think obviously like they were like throwing first type of team. I think that'll be different this year, and not because I don't think that they believe in Jordan Love. But I think that young quarterback, this is a good opportunity. You got two good running backs. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon back there. I think that they're in a they're going to be like just Matt LaFleur's true offense. And not that I don't think he was playing his coaching his true offense before, because I don't think he was like a bully or like being bullied by Aaron Rodgers. But when you have a Hall of Fame quarterback, you're going to kind of lean towards that dude. You know what I mean? A little bit. You got to. I think if you're smart, you're going to. But I think Aaron Jones is definitely, like, where would I put him on this list? Like, if we're talking, like, Derrick Henry's at 5. All right, Saquon Barkley, like, you got to show some respect for all these top 5. So, like, where are you going to put him? Like, ahead of Jonathan Taylor, Alvin Kamara? Dude, I think Aaron Jones is at least a top 7. Like, you can get into it. Like, I'm not sure, but at least definitely top 10 though. You know what I mean? Like, they were saying he's not even top 10. There was another list I wanted to bring up here. There's something else I want to talk about. Oh yeah, right here. Since 2019, players with at least 4,000 rushing yards and 1,500 receiving yards. Aaron Jones. That is the list. So like, why are people refuse to put respect on Aaron Jones' name? Aaron Jones is an absolute baller, and people want to talk about, well, he fumbled in this game, because I saw the comments over on my Facebook. He fumbled in this game. Like, dude, Aaron Jones fumbled. I would love to see people like pull up the stat. Like, I think Aaron Jones has like one of the least amount of fumbles. Yeah, and the ones he had, like he had some in big situations, but like a lot of those games people are talking about, there's a lot of other mistakes. Aaron Jones' mistakes are way far fewer than like his accomplishments. Aaron Jones is an absolute baller. And this team is gonna be all right. All right, you got Packer fans like all worried up in here. Like I wouldn't say I don't get it, but like I think that the Packers are in a good spot. I think this defense has the players. They got the players in place. Now, is the coaching staff gonna put them in the right position, in the right situations to ball out? That is the thing. Because I think this defense absolutely, like, we'll see like when Rashawn Gary can come back. Because I think that is a key part of this defense, Rashawn Gary. But Preston Smith now is an old timer on this defense. What is up? How you doing there, Hayden? But Preston Smith, like he's one of these old. I wouldn't say one of these old timers. No, he's not my age or nothing like that. But Preston Smith he's going to be one of those leaders, and I think Kenny Clark is a big leader. I had Kenny Clark on my podcast one time. And he told me, because this was like when Zadarius Smith was leaving the Packers, and I said, who's that guy who's going to step up? That rah-rah guy. And Kenny Clark told me, we don't need a rah-rah guy. We don't need someone screaming and yelling. We all got a little bit of leadership in them. You know what I mean? So like, we don't need someone to scream in our face and tell us what's what. They're all somewhat of leaders. They all know what they got to do. They got to go up and do it. And we'll see what this coaching staff can do. And I think, as far as the offense is concerned, they got to run the ball. Dude, Aaron Jones has to get the ball. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, they got these young tight ends. You know what I mean? They got these young wide receivers. Like, go out there. Like, Jordan Love doesn't have to ball out. Jordan Love doesn't have to be perfect. And I know Packer fans are not used to that. They're not used to, like, your quarterback doesn't have to be perfect. Jordan Love is going to be in his first year. He's going to make some mistakes. He's going to make some amazing plays. He's going to make plays that people are like, wow. Like, this is that dude, that people are going to get excited about. You're going to see him on ESPN highlights. Be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then you're also going to see some plays where like, oh, he's a bust and he ain't. Because young players are going to make mistakes. But Jordan Love doesn't have to be that dude. Jordan Love doesn't have to be perfect. He doesn't have to be magnificent. He has to throw the ball when the guys are open, right? And the audible is like we'll see like how they handle the audible situation because you understand he's not a rookie. Jordan Love isn't a rookie. He's been watching Aaron Rodgers. He's been in practice. He's been in the meetings. He's been in all the things. You know what I mean? Uh, Absolutely. Here we go. How do you think the tight end room will do? Dude, I'm super stoked about the tight ends. Super stoked about tight ends. We got a lot of young guys, and the thing about these young players is they're going to grow with Jordan Love. This offense is going to grow together. So no matter what it does this season, it's just like that starting point because you got a lot of young tight ends, and then obviously like the receivers, the veterans are the running backs. You got David Bakhtiari on the line, but like these skill position type fellas, it's a young group. And I'm excited for it, dude. I'm excited. Like this is like the most excited I think Packer fans can be since like early '90s, like when Brett Favre came up. I mean, people were excited about Aaron Rodgers, but I kind of feel like I don't know. It was definitely different. People weren't excited about Aaron Rodgers, and I know a lot of people ain't excited about Jordan Love. But like we got a little new regime, not completely because obviously the coaches are still there, the defense is still there, a lot of guys are still here, but but you know what I mean. Let's see what Ron says. I don't think LaFleur will make him do too much. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think Matt LaFleur is going to keep it simple, especially early on in the season. He's going to keep it simple for Jordan Love. He's going to, it's going to be like I'm not saying like it's going to be a basic offense, but it's not going to be like craziness. They're going to run the ball a lot, hit some, the guys that are open. And I think that's the key for any quarterback is take what the defense gives you. It's like so cliche, but if you do it in Madden, you do quite well. You know what I mean? Just take what the defense gives you. It's going to be a good time. You know what I mean? Uh, all right, here we go. What's your thoughts on Rodgers going to the Jets? Like that is kind of old news, but I really haven't talked about it much. But like I'm good with it. I think the Jets are so overrated, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a good year. I do think he's going to ball out. I think he's going to pop up for the because that's kind of what Rodgers does. Like when they drafted Jordan Love, Rodgers popped off. Like he did his thing. I don't think he's like going to win MVP. I don't think he's going to like ball out. I have no faith in the Jets at all, just because they're the Jets. The Jets are like the Bears. Like they're just not that team. You know what I mean? I just don't have faith. But I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a year. I do. I don't really talk about Aaron Rodgers too much because like he's with the Jets. Like I'm not a Jets fan. I'm a Packer fan, but like I get it. Like a lot of Packer fans want to know like what's going on. They're on what's that show? Hard Knocks. I'm over here drinking beers with the wife. We're having a good time over here. But yeah, we got Friday night vibes over here. But yeah, Hard Knocks. I don't really watch too much of Hard Knocks. I usually check in. I think it's interesting like watching like, Hard Knocks because like guys like you know what I mean like guys who shouldn't make it do make it. Watching guys get cut kind of sucks. It's not, sadness and all that stuff. But I think it'll be good. Probably. I'll watch some of it. I'm not gonna watch like every episode because I usually don't. But my wife might, so I might have to. Here we go. If 69 stays healthy, Good will be ahead this year. Yeah, I think that definitely. If David Bakhtiari, I think David Bakhtiari is probably one of the most interesting players on the Packers, because if that knee is good, because he had a lot of issues with that knee, like watering the knee, like a doctor terms, like I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but if David Bakhtiari bounces back and like he has a full year, and let's say he misses only 2 games, because that's not unreasonable to say he'll miss 2 games. If he plays most of the games, Jordan Love's gonna be upright. I think it's a good situation for the Packers, and if he doesn't, it'll be interesting to see like what his future is. But I definitely don't think like I think David Bakhtiari gets a bad rap, like all the injury prone stuff, because before that major injury, he didn't miss a ton of games. He missed some, but he didn't miss a ton. All right, let's get to some of these comments over here. All right, a lot of Rodgers talk over here. Rodgers didn't sound too happy about having to do Hard Knocks. Said they forced it down their throats. LOL. Yeah, and that's the thing that the NFL decides. The Packers get away with it because I think the Packers are a different type of franchise. Like I don't know if they have say or they got pull, but they've never had to do it, so they must have. because the NFL does what the NFL does. But it's the New York Jets. Like, dude, we'll tell you to do what you want to do. You guys don't win nothing, bro. You'll do what we say and how we say it. I think that's kind of how it went down. And the NFL wants a clown show. And, Rodgers going to the Jets, it's no different like Brady going somewhere. Like, it's a big thing. The NFL wants to showcase it. And it's the Jets, so they can just make them. You know what I mean? All right. Anthony says, we are going to the Packers and Rams game. Can't wait. I'm not really sure what games I'm going to go to this year, but I'd like to go to the home opener. And there's a few other games I'm eyeballing. But tickets usually come about. You know what I mean? I didn't buy any yet, but tickets usually just come about. Let's get to some more comments over here. I don't have a beer, but I'm tuned in with my White Claws. Hey, that's close enough. I never had a White Claw. You ever have a White Claw?
Yeah, it tastes like sand.
All right. My wife said it tastes like sand. I don't know if you can hear that. All right. Hayden says I want Devontae Adams back in Green Bay. I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm not convinced that he doesn't have that same thoughts. Here's the thing too, right here. We're talking about the Jets. We got Ron.
He's got Jimmy G. He's got Jimmy G now.
Yeah, we got Ron checking in here. He says Jets have a tough division, but I do like that defense, and they have some talent on the offensive side of the ball. Yeah, I don't think that the Jets are going to fail. Like, I don't think that the Jets will win 6 games. I'm not saying that, but the AFC is tough when it comes playoff time. Like, I'm not sure that they have the juices to keep up with the Bengals and the Chiefs and all these teams, and not even just keeping up with them, but every week. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know the Jets' schedule, but come playoff time, you're gonna have to beat like juggernaut after juggernaut to get to the Super Bowl. Like that, if they make it to the playoffs. And like I say, I don't know the Jets' schedule off the back of my head or whatever, but like I think the Jets are tough. They're in a tough spot, and I don't see them. They're not a team that I think is going to be anywhere near the Super Bowl. I just don't. And I'm not a hater. Like I have no hate for Aaron Rodgers. Like when he retires, he's going to come back as a Packer. And for the rest of his life, he's going to be welcome to Lambeau Field at any time. There's no hate for Aaron Rodgers. He will be glorified, and he will be like, mounted up, and he will just be the legend. The thing with Brett Favre, like when he left, obviously he went to the Vikings and it was tough, and he had to like wait a few minutes. Like, all right, let's just wait. Let's let this cool out a little bit. But Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna be like that. He went to the Jets. No one cares about the Jets. People are gonna support him and like root for him and have a good time over there. But when he comes back, it ain't gonna be no hate. So like, I don't know where I was going with that. But let's get to this next comment over here. If Sean Clifford balls out in the preseason, do you see him starting week 1? No. I don't see any situation where Jordan Love isn't the starter week 1. Like, Jordan Love would have to totally like fumble like every like snap. Like, I think Jordan Love, like, he's the guy. He's the guy that they picked. Like, Sean Clifford would have to absolutely just ball out. Like, absolutely. And Jordan Love would have to struggle so much. I just don't see a situation that they put all this energy. They did all this. Aaron Rodgers is gone for Jordan Love. And then they'd be like, nope, we're going to go with this guy instead. You know what I mean? I just don't see a situation. I think it's a good question because, like, it's interesting. If that did happen, that would be interesting. But I just don't see that happening. You know what I mean? I don't see a situation where Jordan Love just bombs and he's like throws 4 interceptions in like a drive and fumbles and Clifford's just balling. I just don't see that. I'm not saying Clifford's going to suck. Like, I don't even know what he is, but he's a late round pick. He wasn't drafted to take Jordan Love's spot. But like, Matt Flynn was signed to a big contract, and then Russell Wilson came in and took his job. So like it could happen. I don't think it will. I don't think it's a realistic thing. You know what I mean? But here we go. We got Facebook user says, I honestly think he will be back with a squad next season. I'm not sure about that. You talking about Aaron Rodgers? I don't think that he's ever going to be a Packer again. But until he retires, and then he'll be a Packer forever. You know what I mean? And he still is a Packer forever. Do you see the Vikings being a problem for the Packers this season? I do not, because people always tell me that I'm sleeping on the Vikings, and I always tell them, bro, I'm in a coma. Like, you wake me up, because I don't think the Vikings are anything scary. They got rid of their best player, their scariest player. But the NFC North, like, check this out. The NFC North is so up in the air because, like, I'm a Packer fan, obviously, and like, but we don't know what the Packers are gonna do. If Jordan Love struggles first 4 games and they get in a hole, it's gonna be trouble. I don't think the Bears are gonna do anything. I think the Vikings, you never know. The Vikings are like a coin flip. They could start off like 5-2. Like, who knows? But they could also start off 2-5. Like, and even if they start off 5-2, they can dive off. Like, the Vikings are so all over the place. I think the Lions are building something like that's respectable. I actually like the Lions coach. I feel like he's a player's coach. He like gets them all riled up. But like, how long until that wears off? Like, because that does wear off. Like, when you're that player's coach and you're all like hyped up and it's like the college type of thing, that can wear off and you can lose a team. We'll see what happens. But my point in that is that the NFC North is wide open. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's wide open. Any team can, and every team knows this. Every locker room knows this. Like, you can just ball out, do your job, and the NFC North is open. And the Packers are one of those teams that it's open for. You know what I mean? Let's get to some comments here. Ethan says, what are your thoughts on how different the offense will look with Love just running the offense the way LaFleur wants and not trying too hard to make huge plays on his own like Rodgers? I think with that, you're going to see the ball spread around more. Like, I seen guys like in the early OTAs talking about we don't have a number one wide receiver. Everyone's could be that guy or whatever. But I definitely think Christian Watson is that guy. Christian Watson is going to be the number one wide receiver. Maybe Romeo Doubs hops off, which I think he will have a good time. But will he pop off more than Christian Watson? I think Christian Watson with his speed and his talent, I think Christian Watson is that dude. But I think that this offense will be spread the ball around, run the ball, do like maybe little gimmicky things, like not like flea flickers and all this craziness, but maybe have Aaron Jones, in the backfield with A.J. Dillon at the same time, and Aaron Jones runs out. Aaron Jones can be a receiver. Like, Aaron Jones is that dude. Aaron Jones can catch. Aaron Jones can do it all. So, like, they can do a lot of different things with his offense. I think with Aaron Rodgers, he was respected, obviously. He's a Hall of Famer. So he had a little bit of say. And like Aaron Rodgers, 3rd and 1, he wants to sling that thing all day long, and so that's what he does. I don't think Jordan Love's going to do that. I don't, unless we find out that was Matt LaFleur's call, sling that thing. But I think that with Jordan Love, it'll be more, especially early on, it's going to be more restricted. It's going to be more timed out plays. It's going to be that West Coast type of, even though it's different, Matt LaFleur's offense. But I think it's going to be more timing routes, and whoever's open will get the ball. Let's get to some of these comments here. Hayden says, Matt Ryan's my grandma wants Justin Jefferson to join the Packers. That's not gonna happen. But it's a good thought. He's a great wide receiver. He made a top 5 quarterbacks list, and Kirk Cousins was not on that list. And which I respect that, because a player being honest, like I saw him getting butchered in the comment section on a post I was reading about that. And I forget the exact list, but it's the Patrick Mahomes. He had Aaron Rodgers at 2. He had what's his face from the Bills on there. He had a good list. I thought it was pretty good. But people are like, well, you don't have your own quarterback on there. But I bet if Kirk Cousins made a top 5 wide receiver list, I bet Jefferson's on that thing. You know what I mean? I bet he is. All right, let's get some more. Okay, we already did that one. Oh, that's the reply. All right, let's go back up here. We're all over the place over here. So did Cobb go to the Jets too? Randall Cobb did go to the Jets. Yes, he did. So I don't have like the whole list of all the players, but I was surprised that Adrian Amos went to the Jets, but I don't think Adrian Amos went to the Jets. He wasn't chasing Rodgers. Like, I think that I'm sure they're friends or whatever, but I think that he was a free agent for a minute. The Packers didn't go after him. And with the same thing with a lot of players. People are like, the Packer players are leaving to go to the Jets. Like, no, they weren't signed. The Packers didn't want them. Packers are going younger. They're not keeping these guys. And even Marseilles Lewis said, I have no interest in going to the Jets. Like, I think he wants. I don't know. I forget what he said. What he wants, but he didn't want the Jets. I don't think he wanted to go to the Jets actually because of taxes or something crazy. Do you think the Packers are contenders to win the division? Love's first season? I absolutely do. And let me tell you why. Like I just mentioned it a little bit, but the NFC North is wide open. There's no team in the NFC North that you're like that team's winning the division. Like you don't have a Chiefs or the Packers of old even that they're just going to win the division. The Vikings could go, the Vikings could pop off and have themselves a year, or they could just totally just shank this season. The Bears, I don't think are going to do absolutely nothing. I have no faith in the Bears at all. The Lions are building something good. They got a great coach. I think. The players seem to be riled around them. They're all jacked up. They're having a good time. So I think the Lions are going to have a year. But are they going to have that type of a year? And all we need is Jordan Love to be pretty good, and the Packers are going to be good. We don't need Jordan Love to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. We don't need Jordan Love to be special and like do all these amazing things. Like it's his first year starting. Like don't expect Jordan Love to like put like put up like 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. What I mean. Like all we need is Jordan Love. Don't turn the ball over. All right, do what you do. He's mobile. He can move around and find a spot and sling that thing. He can run if he needs to. I don't think that he's like that running type of quarterback though. Like he's not gonna be scampering for 100 yards a game. I think he can move when he needs to move. He's young, but he's not gonna be that dude that's just looking to run. You know what I mean? Like Justin Fields, he's that type of dude. Like he's just gonna run. He's looking to run. And Bears fans are excited about that, but I'd rather have my quarterback be able to throw a little bit. I mean, no hate on Justin Fields, 'cause I think he's a baller. But when it comes to throwing the ball, I think Jordan Love is gonna be a better passer than Justin Fields. I think Jordan Love doesn't have to do it all, especially the first season. This first season, you're gonna see this whole offense grow together. They're all young. They're going to grow together. I absolutely think that the Packers can win the NFC North. Am I predicting they will? I probably will at some point, but I haven't yet. All right, here we go. We got, what's up, Ron? He's still in here. I appreciate you, Ron. What do you think Joe Barry will do different with this defense? I hope everything. You know what I mean? Because Joe Barry, his defense, and I'm no, like, I'm no critic, like I'm no like expert on like defense, but like I feel like he needs to press more. Like he needs to do some things more. He needs to listen to people smarter than me. All right, but I say get aggressive, be aggressive. I like an aggressive defense. Like when they had Zadarius Smith pressing, like they first got here, and they went and got Amos, and I want an aggressive defense. I want to have defense who's having fun. They're flying all over the place. But Rudy Ford, I think, is going to have a big step this season. I love me some Rudy Ford. He was on my podcast. Dude's awesome. Devondre Campbell, he said something this week on his Instagram story. Let me get to that real quick. Let me find that. Where is that? Let me find it real quick. Training camp in 2 weeks. Time to remind the world who the I am, since they seem to have forgotten. Devondre Campbell said that on his Instagram story, and because that was a talk. Devondre Campbell came in, right, balled out, got the contract, and then when I say got the contract, people act like he got like $4 billion. He got some money, but then they're like last year wasn't as good, but it wasn't as good for a lot of guys. So I think Devondre Campbell, like they all have like a little chip on their shoulder. Like people are talking. People are throwing the Packers aside. That's I think is a beautiful thing for this defense, is everyone who's saying the Packers ain't gonna do nothing, and then this defense is like, all right, we'll see. All right, you know what I mean? All right, here we go. Darren says, will Jordan Love be more of a running quarterback style? I don't think so at all. I think Jordan Love is a passing quarterback. Like I say, I'm no scout, and I actually haven't seen a lot of Jordan Love. You know what I mean? Like I haven't really seen. Besides what you've seen, very limited gameplay. But I don't think Jordan Love is going to be a running style quarterback. He's a quarterback that can run. There's a difference. A running quarterback like Fields is more of a running quarterback. Jordan Love would be more of a passing quarterback that can run. And Justin Fields is a running quarterback that can throw. And maybe Justin Fields will show everyone this season that he can throw too. But so far, not so much. But I am not a Justin Fields hater. I'm not going to be on over here trashing Justin Fields. I think that like it's so many highlights that you watch Justin Fields. Like he is a quarterback that I guarantee the defense respects more than fans do. But as far as throwing, he really hasn't shown it. yet, but like we'll see. But I definitely think that Jordan Love and Justin Fields, they're not the same type of
They're young.
they're not the same type of quarterback. Uh, let's see over here. We got Ethan's of the defense had an off and on kind of off all right off season last year. Do you think we have to cringe again when the defense takes the field like in recent years, make or break for Joe Barry? See, here's the thing with the defense, in my opinion, is I think sometimes defense is like subconsciously get lax when you have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback and you have an offense that can just do it. I don't think that like they do it on purpose where they're like, "Whoa, we got Aaron Rodgers, we don't have to try it." But like I think in the back of your mind, like whatever. But I think when the defense is that team, like you look at like 2000 Ravens, like those type of defenses. I'm not comparing the Packers defense at all to any of these elite defenses. But when you're a defense that has to like carry the team, and I wouldn't say carry, but like you're important. Like we need to stop. We got a young quarterback. We got this young offense. Not just a young quarterback. We got young wide receivers. We got young tight ends. The only veterans, like you say, David Bakhtiari in the running game. So like I feel like this defense is going to be like, yo, this is on us. We have to do this. We need to take care of this team a little bit, and I think that means a lot. So I think that this defense will be a lot better than I think this year. They're gonna have a little chip on their shoulders. You know what I mean? Ron says the Vikings will fall off like a cheap sticker. You know what I mean? You ever get those stickers, put on the back of your truck, arrange one time, they fall off? That's what the Vikings are. You know what I mean?
No one puts stickers on the back of their truck anymore.
Well, I don't put stickers in the back of my truck. All right, Carl says Bears rushing leader last year was Fields. They haven't done anything to improve that. Fields gets hurt, they lose their quarterback and leading running back. Bad situation. But the thing of it is, like, I agree with that, but I think most teams, if you lose your starting quarterback, you're screwed. Because there was a clip of a Colts coach, and they said, "Why aren't you playing the backup quarterback?" And he's like, "Because if Peyton Manning gets hurt, we're screwed. We don't practice screwed." And I think it's so true. People always talk about the Aaron Rodgers, like, well, if they don't have a backup, this and that. Well, yeah, if your starting quarterback gets hurt, you're screwed. I mean, 9 times out of 10, there's a few teams that quarterback gets hurt, they got a backup, and he's ready to roll. You know what I mean? All this talking, that beer's getting warm, bro. You got me a beer? All right, my wife got me a new one. That one's rough, bro. All right, here we go. My wife's got a question here. Asking the most important July questions. Why do people set off fireworks in broad daylight? That's a good question. I don't really get excited about fireworks. Maybe I'm just an old Scrooge type of fellow. But like fireworks, I don't get mad about them either. I don't care. Set off an M80 in front of my door. I don't care. If I'm sleeping, I don't care. Like have a good time.
Care.
Yeah, as long as you're having a good time. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna bother me. No, maybe not. Maybe not on my front porch.
Yeah.
Because now you're in my property. But I don't care. I don't get worked up about it. But like, yeah, people set off fireworks in a day. I think that they just can't wait. Maybe they had a couple beers. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's get back to the football questions. The Vikings are going to win the North. The Packers are going to finish third. All right, Billy. All right, we got Billy Frank. He's a Vikings fan, loyal follower. I appreciate you, Billy. I could not disagree with you more. I think the Vikings. I don't know where they'll finish because they could either. The Vikings to me are a team that they could either really have a good year or flop tremendously. Either way, I don't think they're gonna win a playoff game. If they happen to have themselves a year, I don't think that they're gonna do anything. What's up, Barbara? I appreciate you tuning in. Ron says backups get 5% of the first team reps, almost nothing to get ready. That's exactly it. Like when they're practicing, they're not practicing backups. They're not practicing. What if the quarterback gets hurt? They what are you doing?
Tara's asking some questions.
Well, I don't
You
see
haven't
them
got
yet.
that far yet.
Yeah, I haven't got that far yet. I will.
Okay, well, you have to
All
answer
right.
the questions. You have to
All right, take it easy. My wife's getting frisky. All right, my wife's friend's in the chat here, Tara. What is up? She said, so we don't have to ask football questions? No, you can ask whatever you want. It's Q&A. What you guys want to talk about? I don't even care. But I do want to say before we get into this thing, tomorrow I'm in Milwaukee at the Harley Festival. All right, we're going to be eating some pizza over at
Illuminati's.
Illuminati. I don't think it's called Illuminati's. I don't think.
Illuminatis.
Yeah, I think you're screwing me up
We
over
might
here.
get the
Yeah.
Illuminatis.
Yeah, I think you're screwing me up over here. All right, but we are all right. I think I lost it. Anyways, where is that? All right, I screwed that up.
Illuminatis.
Lou Maladi's, right?
Yeah.
No, I had
We're
it
gonna
on
eat
my
some
phone.
great pizza tomorrow at
Yeah,
Illuminati.
dude. No, we're gonna have some great pizza.
Yeah.
People said that
So
it's the
stoked.
best, and we got the Foo Fighters out there at the Harley
Oh,
thing.
so stoked.
I'm gonna be making a video tomorrow, so everyone go check out. Um,
Illuminatis.
yeah. Hang on, I gotta find this thing because I want to say. All
All
right. You keep saying the same thing wrong does not help me.
No,
Yeah, but
oh yeah.
yeah, you just
Sorry,
saying.
folks. I had a bit to drink.
All right, we got Lou Malnati's. We're not good at talking over here. Lou. Shh.
Malnati's.
All right.
Sorry.
Lou Malnati's will be at Harley Fest this weekend serving up pizza. All right. So be sure to check it out, but also be sure to check out their other locations. All right. If you like Chicago style pizza, this place is actually from Chicago, and but they have 5 locations in Wisconsin. Full service locations in Brookfield, Carryout and Waukesha, Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Fox Point. For those who have not tried Chicago deep dish, now is your chance. This is not your average pizza. It's got your incredible crust that's not thick, not fluffy. It's tall and crispy around the edges with a secret ingredient, butter crust.
Butter.
Their cheese is from a Wisconsin dairy farm,
Cheese.
and their tomatoes are tangy and fresh from California. So
Why do you like me
if
a
you
tangy
are
tomato?
in Milwaukee tomorrow, check out the Harley Fest. I'll be there. We're gonna, and then they got the Foo Fighters at night, but we'll be checking out Lou Malnati's over at the Harley Fest. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna do a video about it.
So stoked.
Probably the best pizza I'm ever gonna have because we don't have good pizza around here.
So stoked to test it.
So, all right, we got Carl over here helping me out over here. He says Lou Malnati's. See, I had it right the first time. My wife screwed me up.
Sorry.
My wife screwed me up
Not the
because.
Illuminati. You should have named it the Illuminati.
All right, Tara says I can hear. I can hear Michelle.
Oh no. Oh
All right, what's your favorite Justin Bieber song?
no. Oh.
What is? I don't really know Justin Bieber songs,
you
but
know-
but
you
there's
know the
that one.
song.
What's
The
that
Love-
one?
The
No,
Love You song? No.
no. Oh yeah, that one where
Yeah.
he's talking shit
Where
about
he's
like
trying
Britney
to-
Spears,
yeah.
the Britney Spears that diss or whatever.
No. It's a Selena Gomez.
All right, he was throwing shade on someone. I'm not
If
a.
you love yourself. Then
Yeah,
go
and
and
then-
love yourself.
Yeah, then go to hell. Basically, what he's saying. I don't really listen to Justin Bieber. I don't really listen to it, but I actually. All right, take it easy. No name dropping over here, but I'm not a big Justin Bieber guy. But actually, I actually like Justin Bieber.
Me
I think as he's grown, he's shown like
Oh,
he's not peeing in like janitor buckets anymore.
Love
you know
yourself.
what I mean?
That's the name of the song.
Yeah, I think it's Love Yourself. There it is.
You got it.
But yeah, there we go. This has been a beautiful Q&A. It's just Tara commenting now. Everyone else is just like, let's just see what happens. The wife friend took over.
The wife and
My my mama don't love you, and she
Yes.
loves everyone. Yeah, that's it.
Yes,
And then
that's the song.
I like that song. I don't like it. I like what he's saying in that song. I feel like he's saying,
Love hates everyone.
he's like basically saying like you ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like my mom likes everyone, but she told me specifically that you ain't shit. You know what I mean? So we're having a good time over here. But I think we're gonna wrap this thing up. But everyone, be sure to check out tomorrow. I'll be posting a video about Lou Malnati's pizza.
Many videos.
All right, many
Many
videos.
videos.
Check my Instagram story, my Facebook stories. We're gonna be up in this thing, Harley Fest. We're gonna have such a good time,
Such
bro.
a good time.
We got a hotel up there. We ain't driving. We got
Come hit us
Ubers.
up in Milwaukee, bro.
So if you were in Milwaukee tomorrow and you were at Harley Fest, DM me, message me, however you can get a hold of me. Morse code me. You can even email me. I forget. I have like 97 emails. But let's link up. Have a good time. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be good. And then next week on the podcast we have Aaron Nagler. All All right, Cheesehead TV, and actually they're coming back. Packers Transplant's coming back. I think it's like July 25th or something. They got I saw on their Instagram story, and then also at some point next week, I'm not sure when, we'll have the Quick Trip girl. She went to every single Quick Trip there was to go. She went to every single Quick Trip. People ask me like, why didn't you go to every single Quick Trip? I'm like, well, I care about my gas prices. All right. I was like, you know how many? There's like 800 Quick Trips, bro. That's why I want to talk to him. Like, how did you go to every Quick Trip? Like, who funded this? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I hope Quick Trip.
you know what I mean? Because like that was like she did it a while back, and like that was like when gas price. Not that they're great now, but you know they dip and go or whatever. But it's a wild thing, you know. But I went to every Quick Trip in my town for sure. I don't live in Green Bay, by the way, and I probably went to every Quick Trip in Green Bay.
I guarantee it.
But yeah, so tomorrow, Harley Fest, Milwaukee. Be there or be square. No, that's not a square. But you need, for a long time I didn't know that when that on Sandlot when they said L7 when on the Sandlot they're like L7 weenie.
So stupid.
I didn't know that was actually a square because of L and a 7. How do you do it? I can't do it with the microphone in my hand. But you know what I mean? Like I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't.
square.
All right, this is my show.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Take it
I should have got you a mic if you're gonna do all that. Oh yeah, and also I will be at the Packers shareholders meeting. I'm trying to figure out who to bring with me. I got a couple tickets. I got like 4 tickets, and no one I know can go with me. I think my brother-in-law might, but if you know me, maybe and you want to go, maybe I'll bring you with. You know what I mean? But and plus I'll be down there for the Packers shareholders meeting. I will be doing interviewing Packer fans. And also at training camp. So if you see me at training camp, I'm going to have this here microphone. We walk around talking Packer fans, getting your opinions on what you think about different things. And, it's going to be a good time. What do you want?
Our poll.
What are you saying?
Who would like to see more of misses on the podcast?
All right, let's have a poll.
Let's
Well,
have a poll.
so far nobody ever responded. But, but yeah, that's what I'll be doing this training camp, interviewing fans, Packer fans. Going around talking, just like having a good time, right? Yeah, I know, but you can't be interviewed. You can't be involved. But my Mac is about to die. The battery is dying. So, all right, see you guys over at training camp. And be sure, if you're in Milwaukee tomorrow, get yourself some Lou Malnati's pizza. All right, they got a nice little hut set up. And if you never had it, I'm about to show you. You know what I mean? Go Pack, go. And thanks for tuning in, people. All right, I'm going to get back to drinking beer with the wife. You know what I mean?